Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and we are playing numerous stakes on numerous sites this morning. What we're doing with this King Jack straight into it. This is 3x from somebody with less than 20 bigs. I think we'll just fold. Could be a bit on the nitty side, but as the title says, tight is right. Hopefully the tables won't break. This one had 6 players not very long ago, so this is potentially going to break. This is 20 NL US dollars, this is 60 NL US dollars, this is 60 NL US dollars, and this is 60 NL Aussie dollars. Playing across 2 different clubs at the moment. Hopefully we won't need to pause the video and bring in new tables, because that would be a pain in the ass. It is the 3rd of August. So far this month I've kept stuck to my, I would say grind schedule, but stuck to my my target for playing enough hours this month. We're on schedule at the moment for a 90-hour month, so hopefully we can stick to that, and at the end of the month, having put 90 hours in, make a reasonable amount of money. I'd be disappointed if we don't make close to 1,000, but that's beyond my control really. What is in my control is how hard I can grind. As you can see, I'm 4 tabling here, which is quite a lot for me on these apps, but one of these clubs has like a longer time bank, so it's not too taxing, thankfully. This table here isn't very good, to be honest, but as we're only making half-hour videos, we'll just stick with it. It's not so much about it's harder to game once you get into a 4 tabling session, especially when you're making a video. It's difficult to then want to start chopping and changing tables out. So if I wasn't making a video here, I'd almost at least leave this table immediately. But because we are, we'll have a little bit of bad practice on the table selection front, and I just deal with the fact that the table isn't what I want it to be. I'm going to go with a big squeeze here with the Ace King. I'm not going to double barrel the King 10 here. We're just going to try and realise our equity, because at this stack depth, I mean, it's disappointing here if he just shows us an 8 or something, but just going to give up. Pocket 4s, even more disappointing when he shows us pocket 4s. So we've been min 3-bet by a whale here, so we're just going to try and flop a piece and go with it. We're going to be check raising the 3-6-4, probably getting it in bad. I'm going to 3-bet the Ace Jack offsuit here. I'm going to keep checking here because this dude min 3-bet pre, and he may well just have a big hand. Now we're just going to hope he has an ace and we're going to overbet. Maybe he jams, which would be nice. Nope, he just folds. Normally when these whales min 3-bet pre and start checking, it's because the hand's too big and they don't know what to do with it, but that wasn't the case there, unfortunately. 3-bet gets through here. If you'd like to join me on these clubs, by the way, if you like what you're seeing in terms of HUD stats and think you'd like the games you'd like to get into, then I can be contacted with all of the methods beneath the video, and I'd be delighted to hear from you. I'm going to bet here because we don't really have much of a hand. We want to give like free cards to lots of things with. We flop a set on this table, which is pretty sweet. We've been checked min raised here, we're just going to let it go. We've been called with the set, but a flush gets there, or a potential flush. Do not want to get raised here, so we're checking back. We are not folding the river though. And if he just has a flush, then he just has a flush. There's lots of things he can have that isn't a flush here that we beat. Sadly, he did have the flush. I guess we save money by checking the turn. Nothing here. We're just going to stab once on this plop and be done with it on the A side board. I'm missing the snooker for this, which is very much an indication of my dedication to the grind, because I'm actually missing a snooker game where I've had a bet. I've had a bet on Anthony McGill to knock out Jack Lisowski. So I'll be watching the final session of that. I don't mind missing the opening session, I can live with that. But yeah, missing snooker to put the grind on. That's, for me, that's quite a big thing, because I absolutely adore the World Snooker Championship. It's one of my favourite sporting events of the year, and yeah, I'm missing a session. I mean, if it was bigger games, I don't think I'm missing many games from the next round onwards. I think we'll do the grind around the snooker, which is entirely, it's very easy to do. Could have my afternoon grind from like 4:30 PM till the early evening, and then my early hours grind is completely unaffected. But I don't think we're missing many morning and afternoon sessions once we get to the last 16 stage. What's the point in playing a game and having like a work-life balance that gives you freedom if you're then going to deny yourself the freedom to do the things you want to do? I just have to find a way to make it work, and it'll be very, very easy to do that. To be fair, I don't really think I would have been in too many morning sessions anyway. I'm working 3 mornings a week. Fortunately, the young man that I support, he loves watching snooker too, so we'll be out early, bright and early, doing all these outdoor activities, and then hopefully getting back home in time to enjoy the majority of the morning snooker sessions. That will be sweet. But yeah, I'm going to be, most of my poker play during this month is going to be afternoon sessions, and like I started too late last night, which is why I'm up late this morning. Didn't start playing till like gone midnight last night, and played till about 3 AM. I don't want to be doing that either. I prefer to be starting my sessions around 11 p.m. until 1:30, 2 a.m. So I don't want to get in too much of a shitty sleep schedule. And after I finish playing, I always need to wind down, like watch a bit of like a DVD or something or other. So the later I end my sessions, the worse my sleep pattern is. This table is just rotten now, but we've got 20 minutes left in the video. We're just gonna fucking stick with it. We're playing tight anyway, so we're not gonna get in too much trouble versus regulars. So yeah, I think my ideal schedule would be playing like a 4:30 till, or maybe 4 till 6, 4 p.m. till 6, 4:30 till 6 p.m. afternoon session on PPP, and then playing like a 11 p.m. till 1:30 a.m. session on Poker Bros. And if I do that, I'll smash my volume goals. So there is a little bit of flexibility there if the snooker goes on late to start my afternoon sessions a little bit later, and then if things stay off a little bit, just end them a bit sooner. But that schedule gives me like 28 hours a week, which is right at the upper end of the targets that I set myself. So it's all good. And maybe we just won't bother with poker in the mornings, full stop. Going to stab here with the threes because we can't call down if we check back here and he probes turn. Oh shit, I didn't realize we're multi-way. I don't like the c-bet now we're multi-way. Hopefully it works anyway. And it did. Not opening the king jack under the gun at a table that is pretty much exclusively legs. This table really has gone sour. We're using the webcam again today. We're back in the living room. I'm monitoring how much better videos are doing with it on. At the moment, it seems to be improving my viewership by at least 50%. So all the people viewing the videos. So if that continues, then we'll continue using it. Even though, to be honest, I'm not that comfortable with it. But if it's going to get me out there to at least 50% more people and hopefully help the channel grow, then I'll put up with it. Pretty loose ISO with the king 9 here, but we've had a pink tag just post under the gun, so we want to be getting after that extra dead money if we can. This is a dude who called us with the queen jack suited earlier following the isolation. Nothing wrong with that play, of course, just highlighting it. And this is a spot where we just stab once and then maybe barrel a good turn, like a red one or something. A king's a hack out, we can just check back on, which I'm fine with. And then, given how we saw him play his value hand the last time, if he bets big on the river, we're just going to let it go. I don't think he ever has a queen here when he checks that quickly. So do we want to turn our king into a bluff? That's the question. I think we do. I'll go with a slight over bet. Don't think he has a queen. I guess we're soon going to find out. He just led the flush into us last time, didn't he, after we checked back the turn? King Jack, wow. Thought he'd maybe get into fold a hand like that. Obviously not. So we were right with our read in terms of like we didn't have a queen, he just didn't lead the river, which I expect he would do with a straight. So then it's just, let's make him fold something that isn't a straight that's better. King Jack would be one of those hands we're targeting, and he didn't seem to find it very difficult to sort of find the call, so I guess we just don't bluff that guy in future. I guess the adjustment against him is just because he's so like passive and stationary. I guess the adjustment against him will just be value bets only. I need to check call 1C with our second pair and backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, even though we don't like orange tag players making large bets. Thought the world here. I think it's almost too strong to bet because what can anyone call with? So we're going to check and hopefully let people catch up a little bit or bluff. And we target like 9s and 10s here and choose a sizing that they can call. He's got the King Jack or better than Fuck Our Lives. And he just like snap folds, which is a shame. I thought he'd almost certainly have a calling hand on that river for 1/3 pot. I expected the call to come with a very high frequency there, not really sure what peels that turn. Jack X, I guess. Ace Jack, maybe, something like that. So basically, we've been owned by this guy. This 42/13 has basically pulled our pants down. Been a good start to Awesome August, by the way. I'm not sure how much I'm up because it's difficult to check when I'm in. How many different clubs? 1, 2, 3, about 6 different clubs. It's not hard to check. I could check every day if I wanted to. It's just a ball ache and it doesn't really achieve anything by checking, but I think I'm in profit in every club except one. And in that club I'm just down a small amount. So we're showing a profit this month. How much it is, I'm not sure, but it's been a good start, not that much. And if it was to continue the entire month at the rate at which I've been winning, then it would be a very good month. Take out the big blind. Need to be defending this for 1.5 blinds more. Bet's 2/3 pot, but we made a pair, so we're going to continue getting owned by this guy, I think. I mean, I'm hoping it's like thin value betting an overpair here. He's going to check back the river. If he triples, we're probably in trouble. If he bets big here, I really won't like it. Snap checks back. Probably did just hit his ace. Probably had a hand like ace king, ace queen there. Speed at which he snap check back suggests he had showdown value or just a total give up. Flop top pair here against two guys where we have a favourable SPR, so we're just going to be betting big on flop and getting the rest on the turn if we have to. And hoping to be good. 3 deuce. Hold the queen 9 against the 3 deuce. Nope, we don't hold the queen 9 against the 3 deuce. Well, it's going to be a big sizing, isn't it? Wow. The 3 deuce did not do the job, so we're running pretty salty against the fish, which is fine. Much rather, if I'm going to lose, I want it to be because I'm running bad against fish and not because I'm feeling like I'm being outplayed by good players. That 4-bet sizing is fucking ludicrous. I mean, this is a regular, this guy. This guy's a regular and he's choosing that as a 4-bet sizing. Like, 40-odd% of his stack. Yeah, well played, sir. That is not good poker. We bet so big here that we don't really want to peel. We're just going to, like, roll it, I guess. We know we're behind. We're going to get called and we're going to be behind, but with a hand with, like, hopefully an overcard and the flush draw to fall back on. Maybe sometimes he's betting a worse draw, and maybe sometimes he folded. Didn't expect the fold to come in there. It just felt like it was a spot where we were to be rolling the dice, and it worked out. Did not expect the fold though. Expected to get that in probably behind, sometimes ahead of worse draws. See about our gut shot over here against the pink tag. Turn a pair and check back. That's going to be the plan. And probably call the river. And the queen feels like a good card on the river. More worried that he's got a flush than I am a queen. And he had a worse 9. I mean, obviously we're willing to stack up against this dude here for that stack depth. I didn't realise this guy had opened. I should have made that squeeze bigger, but never mind. I thought he'd just opened. I didn't see the open and the flat. Doesn't make a huge amount of difference. But I would have just probably gone to around 8. As it happens, he's done our job for us. We're probably behind here against a... Oh, king. Okay, we're not behind. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me with the king 9. Yeah. Ah, we flopped a fucking set. Fucking hell, Reg, pay attention. Sweet fucking Jesus, man. I just thought trip 7 had like done us for the main pot there, but they hadn't. Letting the 9s go. Well, that was a nice pickup. Got it all in pre against. King 9 off. And Ace 7. That was nice. That was a sweet pickup. So you sit there and you wait, and eventually you find the King 9 off under the gun. It's all about waiting for those critical opportunities that can make or break your session. And I guess the King 9 off is just where he finds it. Against a 42-13 with a 3% 3-bet, this massive squeeze versus under the gun, King Queen's going to be the most easiest fold of the week. Hopefully one of these guys will donate to him to demonstrate just how genius our fold is. There we go. King Queen was completely in the cage. we would have got there on the second run, but we wouldn't have run it twice, so we wouldn't have got there on the second run. No warm Vimto today, it's all good. Vimto temperature is acceptable. Let's go set mining. And we missed. Don't think we're going to see bet the King Queen multi-way on the A-side boards. Turn some showdown value. We're willing just to maybe check the turn here and possibly try and get something value on the river if it checks to us again. Bet like quarter pot or something. He leads half pot. This is value almost for certain. And what value do we beat? I mean, this is value betting 9x, we don't beat much. But we played the hand so passively, I think we probably need to just pay him off. And he was thin value betting 9x. Which was most fortunate for us. Because it was about all we beat there in terms of value. I think once you can beat, excuse me a minute. I think once you can beat some of your opponent's value range, you need to be calling pretty wide against half pot bets in spots where we look like we don't have anything, and the opponents could be bluffing with a slightly higher frequency. No set, no bet. That's the rule. $21.12. Don't know why you got the red tag, sir, because you certainly don't justify it. I'm a nut flush draw here. I'm going to bet, given it's a board where we can represent some strong hands too. Snap calls. We get raised. Letting the nines go here. This guy's only got a 2% check raise, which is alarming. We have a nut draw and a backdoor straight draw, so we're going to peel one and just hope to get incredibly lucky. And now this dude probably has a... does he have a full house? Maybe not anymore, because he probably 3-bets queens and kings. Don't think he check raises a 7 unless it's pocket 7s. We're going to take our free card and hope to get there. Now he definitely has a full house and we lose. Oops, what am I doing here? So, I think that's about it. We've got the half-hour stage in. Hopefully it was a reasonably interesting session of viewers. That we've had some interesting spots. Certainly losing session, I think, or losing video. -6. Basically even. -26 minus, that's -32. Yeah, lost about 25. Not the end of the world. Can we flop a set? Oh, we can flop a set. Maybe we're going to turn this losing session into a winner. This guy's C-bets pretty high frequency. 62%. Yes, hopefully the card is going to continue barreling on. It's just, do we raise when he does, or do we just call? He almost certainly barrels his draws here, so I think he's probably close to drawing dead. I'm going to go with like a 40% pot bet. I'm going to bet really small here and kind of hope he raises, I think. I don't think he has Queen 10. Don't think he has flushes. He might spew and versus that size and turn a made hand into a bluff. And that was the hope. So we're waiting for a spot where we don't have a hand, and then we're going to end the video, but we have the ace jack here, so we're not going to troll you guys by ending the video before we play it. And it holds, and we've got no playable hands, so that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do want to get involved in these games, as you can see, they are very good for the most part, then my contact details can be found beneath the video, and I'd be delighted to hear from you. But we'll leave it here. We'll be back on Friday with another video. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye for now.